guys, how's everybody doing? Hope everybody's having a great day. I'm having a fabulous day. As always, just trying to enjoy life and just, oh my God, just really getting out and trying to do some stuff. But you guys know this is Granna. So it's time to go on, hop into some little conversation today. And today I wanted to talk to you guys about Private Travis King. Okay, this is the young soldier that crossed over into North Korea. Okay, he was stationed in Korea, and he's a private, so that tells me that he's young and he's newly to the military. But you know, watching the news and everything, they said that he was already having some I guess disciplinary issues being in the military, and I guess being stationed over there. I was reading about it, and it says that Private King was facing disciplinary action over his conduct and was meant to go back to the United States the day before he crossed over into North Korea, and he was with a private group, a tour group. I guess, I mean, if he was having, I don't know, you know, it's a lot of stuff coming out with him too, but he was with a private tour group when he decided to cross over into North Korea. And they said they don't know why he did that, what his motives might have been. I don't know if he didn't want to come back to the United States to face whatever disciplinary action that he had in front of him with the military. I don't know. It sounded like something was going on with him mentally also. I don't, you know, nobody knows what was going on through this young man's mind. And it's sad. It's really sad, and it's really disturbing, because if he was, you know, in his right state of mind, I'm sure he knows the history of North Korea and the United States, and even being in the south part of Korea, because that is where, you know, a lot of the military gets stationed at over there. So he had to not been in his right state of mind to cross over there, because he should definitely understood the history that's there and not put himself in that situation, in that danger. Because I mean, a year or so ago, the young man that was captured over there had been captured for a year or two, and when they let him come back, he died. And even before he came back, he was pretty much in a coma. And when they showed the picture of him coming off the plane, they was carrying him off the plane. So North Korea does not give a damn about Americans. They really hate Americans. So it's just really sad for him to put himself in that situation. His mom don't seem to think he would do something like that. And you know, she was shocked when they told her that. She just said she can't see him doing that. She said, I can't see Travis doing anything like that. Adding that she heard from her son several days before, and he told her that he'll be returning to his base in Fort Bliss. So she had spoke to him a few days before this happened. So she knew he was getting ready to come back to the United States. And she allegedly feels that it didn't happen the way that they're trying to say it happened, that something else took place. Let me see. It says the U.S. has been actively reaching out to North Korea to resolve the situation, but has not heard back from North Korea. It is typical of North Korea not to respond or reach back to them. So, you know, as of right now, they're saying they haven't heard anything. Private King joined the military in 2021. They didn't say how long he'd been in South Korea, but at some point he faced disciplinary action for assault and spent 50 days in detention. Of course, they want to put all that in there of what this young man has done. We don't know why he was involved with an assault or anything like that. But they did say that he only been in the military a little over a year and a half or so, and we read it 2 years because he did it in January 2021. So about 2 years, and he was having some type of issues, I guess, within his unit with different people, and he had been disciplinary for assault, and they had already spent 50 days in a detention over there. So I guess, I don't know if they was getting ready to dismiss him and put him out military, but he was getting ready to come back to the United States. But it's really sad, it's and that goes back to also mentally, a lot of mentally issues that go on with people, and they don't know how to deal with it, and they hold this stuff in. I mean, right now, me sitting here in my home speaking with you all, I'm thinking that don't make no damn sense. Why would you cross over into North Korea, one of the countries that in Russia you don't want to go to? You don't want to have anything to do with North Korea or Russia. And I'm thinking, what the hell was this young man thinking about? But I'm in a safe environment, a safe space. So I don't know what all led up to this. I don't know why he was having issues within his company or within his surrounding with different peoples. I don't know what was causing those issues, but I feel like it had to be something mentally going on with him too, because anyone with that just knows the history, and most of the time when you're in the military, you know the history. And when you go to these different countries, when the military send you to these different countries, there's a briefing. They tell you different things. They talk to you about different situations. If you are involved or you get caught up in this situation in these countries, what's the consequences gonna be? How you deal with them? They usually brief you on all this information. I mean, my hubby, dad was in the military for 29 years, and we've gone, now we never went to Korea, but we've gone to other countries, and you go through a debriefing. They tell you about different cultural and things you're allowed to do and things you cannot do. So I'm pretty sure he went through that process when he went to Korea. It's just sad. So now this young man is over in North Korea, and they can't figure out where exactly he's at or what's going on. But you can best believe that the North Korean are not going to just give him up. Like, here you go, you can have him back. They're not going to do that. And you just have to pray that this young man don't go through any type of terrorists. I mean, they're going to terrorize him. Even though he may not even have any information to give them, they're thinking, okay, he's American, he's a soldier. Let's see what we can get from him. Let's see what type of information we can get from him. So they're probably going to terrorize him, and that's so sad to even think about. Just sitting here thinking about that and thinking about what his parents and his family is having to go through with him being only a day or so away from getting back to the United States. And once he would have got back here, he would have had to deal with whatever disciplinary action that the military was going to put on him. And, whatever he would have had to go through, he would have been on American soil, and he would have dealt with that and continued on with his life. At this point, we don't even know if this young man is going to make it back alive. It's crazy. It says here, they got a little history of him, a private King. It says King appeared to have a history of a violent behavior. South Korean court document shows that he was accused of assaulting twice last year and received a fine for one of the incidents. And then in last October, he was accused of pushing and repeatedly punching a victim in the face at a club in South Korea after being refused a drink he had asked for. So they said, following all these allegations of assault, King was taken into police custody and placed in the back of a patrol car when he allegedly used offensive language against Korea and Korean army and the Korean police while in anger. That's what they say in these documents. So apparently he had some type of issues that was going on with him mentally and his anguish. They said he did kick the door of the patrol car several times, causing like $461 worth of damages, and he was fined about $4,000. And so I guess with all these different incidents that was going on base and seemed like off base, that's the reason why he was facing these disciplinary action within the army, within the military. Okay. Well, anyway, just continue to pray for this young man, because with him being in this different state of mind where he was angry or very angry about whatever was going on, now he has put himself in a situation that he has no control over, and is definitely not going to be handled the way it was being handled with his anger in South Korea. They took him to court, they went through the process, and then they, of course, turned him back over to the military. And at that point, the military did whatever type of disciplinary action that they felt they needed to do. And it came to the point where they was getting ready to deport him back, to the United States, for them to finish that process and deal with whatever his action had caused for him. Now he's in a situation where he has no control. So hopefully he can control his anger, because his anger over there in North Korea is only going to take it to another level, and it's going to piss the North Korean off to the point where they have no heart, and they're probably going to end up killing him. So hopefully God will give him strength to come through this situation, and he will make it back home safe to his family. I don't wish any harm on anybody, and no one is perfect, and everybody makes mistakes, and everybody do things that they regret in the heat of the moment. When they're angry, they say stuff and they do stuff, and a lot of times that anger is coming from somewhere, and we as people don't know how to express it. The only way we know how to express it is by showing anger or fighting out. And that usually gets you in a worse situation than you're already in. So allegedly, this young man has anger issues, and he don't know how to control them. So those anger issues that he has gotten him where he's at today. And whatever was in his mind that day, I don't even know why he was allowed to even be out on this tour group with all these legal issues going on with him. And they knew they was going to be sending him back that next day. So I don't know why he was allowed to be out of custody around military, police, or whatever, because from what I'm reading, he shouldn't even have had that part of freedom. He shouldn't have been able to go on a tour group of whatever they was touring. He shouldn't have been able to do that when they've already said he got disciplinary action, he's got anger issues, and they've already attained him, and they're supposed to be putting him on the plane to come home the next day. Why was he allowed to go out on a tour? I don't understand that. That part I don't get. So that part do kind of make me question, something ain't right. But I don't know why the South Korea will turn him over to the North Korea, knowing everything that's going on, and knowing that the United States is their ally and there to keep the South Korea safe, help them to stay safe. So I don't know what all happened that day that he decided to run across that line, but it had to be something. If he allegedly did it on his own to make him run away, he had to be running away from something or something. It's just not right. I don't want to, speculate too much on the situation, but something just doesn't seem to add up, because this is a person that you already done branded as being a problem person, a problem soldier. So why would you allow this problem soldier to go on a tour for enjoyment the day before he's supposed to be sent back to the United States, when you already done branded him as a problem child, problem, soldier? So I don't get that part, but just continue to pray for his family. Pray that he make it back home. And at this point, that's all we're able to do is just pray for Private Travis King safety. Okay. All right, guys, I'm about to get up out of here. That's just Granna's opinion now. Don't come at me sideways. That's just my opinion. I feel like we all should have a heart when it comes to other people, because we don't know their story and everything that they're going through, okay? All right, you guys have a great day. I'm about to get out of here. I'm going to check you guys out next time around.